元気ですか？
元気です。なんて呼んだらいいの？あ、ドリューさん、アンドリューさん、ヒッチコックさん、どっちがいいでしょうか？
うーん、どっち、は
どっちがいい？
私の日本語、
うん。
あ、あ、ね、
ゆっくりでいいですよ。どうも。
日本語がまだ上手じゃありませんよ。
日本語喋ってます。
うん
Hi, Tessa. See you. We got lots of love.
I feel like we should probably do like half and half.
いいよ。Yeah, no problem. If you need a help, I mean, like, in English, you just like,
My my vocabulary is
うん。
limited. I can get around Tokyo just fine. Conversational, little rough.
うん。東京？ Yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
う
yes.
ん。
So,
東京に、OK。東京、well, so you in Tokyo, you can get around.
yeah, 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 yeah.
そう。
Like,
うん。
so I lived in Japan for 3 months.
日本
Uh,
に3 months。
yeah,
日本に3ヶ月いて。うんうんう
uh,
んうん。
um, I was there for a study abroad, as well as a work function. Uh, so
うん。
東京で住んでいます。で
うんうん。
も、仕事、で、横浜に、
横浜。
あ
ああ、行ったことない、横浜。
あ、
横浜に住んでたんですね。You lived in 横浜。横浜に住んでます。
あ、東京で住んでいます。
東京に住んでて。で、横浜で仕事 ?You
仕事。
worked in 横
いやい
浜。
や、いやいやいや。
そして、何の仕事してたんですか？仕事は
あ
何？
エンジニアと、
うん。
so I was a engineer,
エン
helping
ジニア。
with the repair manufacturing. So it was a GE Toshiba joint
すごい。
venture.
おー、GE と東芝。
Yeah.
おー、すごいすごい。で、
So
勉強もしてたんですか？英語、日
inter
本語勉強。
intercarto
うん。
no I'd have to look. I'd
大
have
丈
to
夫、大
look.
丈夫。
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd have to look up. It was like the Intercultural
うん。
Institute of Japan, which was in
あー。
Tokyo.
なんか、あれみたいな感じ。OK! Like, 国際的に交流するみたいな。
Yeah, yeah,
interculture.
yeah,
うんうんう
yeah.
んうん。そう、あるあるあるある。
So it was the Kurumai area of Tokyo is where the school was. Huh?
Where is it? Kurumai? Where is the area?
Kuramai? It's
蔵前。
yeah,
OK! OK! 蔵前
yeah.
エリアの
Yeah, it's
学
like
校で、
the northeast of like so the you've got the
じゃ
green
あ、
line that goes the circle of
山手、
Tokyo.
山
Yeah,
手、グリーン。ああ、
yeah,
山手線。うんう
yeah.
んうんうんうん。
So it's northeast, very close to Asakusa.
浅草。ああ、じゃあ、ダウンタウン
hmm
よりか。
hmm
ですよね。
hmm
ああ、そしたら、日本で、Japan, you took train,
hmm
山手線
hmm
just, that's circled, right? 山手線
Yeah,
circle the other way, that way.
yeah.
ああ、okay. Nice, nice. So,
So
3 months.
yeah, so I lived there for 3 months.
3ヶ月住んでて。うんうんうんうん。
Yeah, so I would wake up and go to class would be from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
ああ、
and
okay. うん。
and then I would take a train, well, several trains from the Kuramae
蔵前
to Yokohama.
ああ、どれぐらいかかるっけ？ 20
Uh,
分ぐらい？ 30 分？ 20 minutes, half an hour?
Sanjupun.
うん。Connect the train, right?
Yeah,
うんうん。
three transfers, I think, if I remember right, because
うん。
you had two trains within Tokyo, and then you transferred to like a local line that
う
would
ん
take
う
you to
ん。
Yokohama.
横浜に。ああ、OK。そして、じゃあ横浜で仕事をして、
Mm,
東芝 GM とかのエンジニアのその仕
mm,
事をして、そ
mm,
して、また東京に帰る。
mm.
ずっと、everyday してたの。3ヶ月
Yeah,
間。
yeah.
ああ、そっか。じゃあ、一つ、すごいcommon questions.
Mm.
Any Japanese food? 日本食
Hmm.
大好きなものありますか？ You have favorite any Japanese food?
Oh,
日本
oh,
食
oh,
で
oh.
も
Uh,
う毎日食べても大好きみたいな。I can
Mainichi,
eat
yeah.
every day.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So on the way to school,
Okay?
there was a soba shop.
学校の近くにそばショップがあって。
Very, very cheap, very cheap.
cheap? How much
Uh,
is a そばショップ Buckwheat ね。そば is
uh,
buckwheat.
what? 300 yen?
300円. About $3
Yeah,
US.
$3 US. Yeah.
And then
So
the
the
a
bowl,
bowl.
yeah, it was a normal size bowl, not like huge.
Yeah, maybe not that much.
Not like a ramen bowl.
Oh, ramen
More,
bowls. Sometimes
yeah,
gigantic,
yeah,
like too high.
yeah. No, not like a ramen bowl, but more.
Okay.
But I would typically stop there. So depending on what time I left for school, I would sometimes catch having breakfast and then lunch there on the way back every day.
Oh, so you eat soba
Soba.
every day and then lunch or breakfast?
Yeah. Sometimes both.
Sometimes both. めっちゃ、アンドリュー・ヒッチコックさん、そば大好きみたいですよ。
Daisuke.
昼も夜も、時々昼夜、どっちとも食べてたみたいです。
Mm.
One of my friends said, You speak good Japanese.
Um,
日本語上手ですって。
my pronunciation is probably okay, but my vocabulary is very limited.
Yeah, but you remember, you only stayed for 3 months.
Hmm.
I here for 25 years, okay? I'm
So
still struggling
Oh.
English. You
I know
speak good Japanese.
your English is spot on.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。oh, my friend asked, 立ち食いそば. You know 立ち食いそば?
Tachikui soba.
You
Tachikui.
eat, yeah, like a Japanese office worker.
Uh-huh.
On the way to work, you can see at the subway, at the station, they
Oh yeah,
eat
yeah, standing.
sushi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sushi, soba.
Soba, yeah.
Is that the one that you experienced?
So the one that I was at was a sit down one. But it was very
sit
much
down one.
yeah.
座ってたやつだな。
Yeah. So you would sit down. Most people were only in there for 5-10 minutes at most.
I know it's quick, right?
Yeah,
And,
super quick.
have you ever wondering about this is hot? How can they eat quick the hot soup? Have you ever wondering about?
I mean, you learn very fast when you're doing it.
I know, but one of my friends said, Japanese people, we can drink hot stuff, we can eat hot stuff, no problem. But North American people, it's they're having a hard time to eat hot stuff so quick.
It depends. I mean, like me personally, I don't necessarily find it a problem. But
暑いの大丈夫だって。
my wife would say otherwise for her.
My husband same. 私の旦那も一緒。暑い too hot. He say that.
Yeah,
And me, I'm just like, it's not hot.
No.
This is good. Maybe. で、my friend have a question.
Uh-huh.
What kind of flavor you chose the soba?
Oh,
When you
yeah,
ate
yeah,
soba, what
the
kind
topping.
of flavor? Topping, yeah.
Yeah. So I had two that I liked particularly. Tanuki soba. So
Tanuki.
yeah.
大好き。
So yeah. So
That's my favorite.
with the tempura flakes on top, awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Ebi soba, which is
Ebi
the shrimp.
tempura? Yeah.
And then there's a root called gobo.
I love burdock root. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love gobo.
So good. Yeah.
Oh,
those were my
gobo.
3 go-tos.
And then sorry to cut you.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
and then there's a questions.
Mhm.
You know, daikon, labak. You know, the grated
Yeah.
daikon
Mhm.
labak. Like, there's some soba has that flavor, that topping. Have you ever had the I never had those
like
ones.
ground daikon. No.
Like it's like shredded, grated daikon. right? The things on the topping on the
Yeah,
soba.
me personally, I have not had that.
Me neither. I think it depends where you live.
Yeah.
But I like those tanuki,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Tanuki is, I prefer tanuki than kitsune. You know the kitsune?
Kitsune.
Kitsune. Kitsune has like a big, looks like a flat, looks like
mhm.
a pillow kind of
Yeah.
deep fried things on top of it.
Uh,
Have you ever had those ones?
I don't think I've had the kitsune.
Mm, okay, so that's the things you got into when you were in Japan for three
Mm,
months.
hmm
Soba.
Soba. Oh yeah. Like it was so good that
Soba?
3 years ago,
3年。
me me and two friends,
うん。うん。
from like when I was 10 years old, we had made a commitment that we were all going to make it to Japan one day. So we
Nice.
finally had our trip 3 years ago.
Did you?
We visited for two
When?
weeks, and that was the only thing that I had to do was go back to the soba shop and have soba.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
す
so
ごい。
yeah, it was a
Wow.
good time.
Good
I
time.
think I think on Facebook, I don't know if we're friends on Facebook, but there's a picture of me and my two buddies. We were at the aquarium where they
Aquarium.
had,
うん。
yeah, there's
水
a
族
there's
館
a
だね。う
there's a
ん。
pretty epic picture of us at the aquarium.
Where is it? In
So
aquarium. Where is the place?
ooh, where was that? That might have been, so we took a bullet train, and we did Kyoto and uh not Nagoya, Osaka.
Osaka. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we did a couple days in each city.
Yeah.
I think the aquarium was at Osaka.
Osaka?
I
Okay.
could I could be
Osaka.
wrong.
But it's on your Facebook, right? I can
Yeah,
check.
yeah, yeah.
すごい。Okay, I'm gonna explain in Japanese quick, some of my
Uh-huh.
Japanese followers.
はい、
So,
大丈夫。
アンドリューさんは3年前に10歳の頃からの幼馴染と3人でもう一回日本に行ったそうです。で、新幹線とかで大阪とか京都とかに行って、多分大阪の海遊館、she said its name is 海遊館 aquarium? そう、アクエリアムに行ったらしいです。じゃあ、調べてみよう。Are you checking?
Yeah.
これ、い
I
い
just
ですよね。
want
幼
to
馴染
verify.
とね、幼馴染と、もう一回日本に連れて行くってすごいいいことなんですよ。
Yeah, 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 yeah. Kaiyukan.
あ、
Yeah,
山源さん、ピンピンピンピン、合ってます。1ポイント。
yeah.
Wow, so how is your friend? You took your, childhood friends,
hmm
right, to Japan.
Yep,
Three of you guys for 2 weeks.
yep. So one of them was actually already in Japan. He
Oh,
was he
okay,
was doing
okay.
a study abroad. He was there for probably
Mhm.
about, I want to say he was there for at least 6 months.
Oh,
And he actually, so he originally was in the Marines and was a translator. So he was very like, he had,
Marines ね。
yeah.
うん。
So his primary language within the Marines was Arabic, but
Arabic, okay.
he was interested in learning both Japanese and Korean. So that is the main reason why he was in Japan. So he,
Oh,
in his time that he was there, he got pretty good. So it
I would
wasn't just
imagine.
wasn't just me getting
So
around.
you didn't have to struggle trying to explain other two friends in Japanese, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like trying to just like, explain and just take them to tour because you
Yeah.
already had somebody.
Yeah, yeah. Both between me and him, like
Yeah,
pretty much it didn't matter. Like we were able to get around and do
yeah,
all that kind of thing.
yeah. そう、じゃあ幼馴染の一人は海軍ですでに日本にいて日本語も勉強していたので、ヒッチコックさんはそこまで大変じゃなかったそうです。でも、don't you realize
Mhm.
Japan, when you get there, it's English sign everywhere. It's
everywhere.
so easier to go
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the biggest and even like just like going to restaurants and things like that,
Yeah.
it's usually pretty simple because most menus are fully like pictures.
That's it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't even have to think. You just have to point.
No. No. You know what? Yes. Yes. そうそう、日本のメニューって写真が載ってるからいいんですよね。こっちは来た時は文字だったから、何がもう全然わかんないの。特に日本のファミレスとか居酒屋のメニューって写真がいっぱい大きくちゃんと載ってるでしょ。So easy. I understand. Well, anyway, I understand. My son, he is almost 23. And then 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, him, a childhood friends, just like you guys, 3 of them went to Japan. Right? For 2 weeks, I think maybe 3 weeks. Right? And then the one is parents are Japanese, so he's familiar, right? And then my son, right? I took him so many times to Japan. He can speak some Japanese, but the one of them has never been there. And then he said the same things. Menu, very easy to look. You can just point it out.
Yep.
これ。これ。
Yeah, so there was only one instance that I experienced when I was there the first time that didn't have pictures. And so me and my friend, when we sat down, like, so I had visited this restaurant there for lunch with a coworker, and it was very straightforward. I knew exactly what I was getting. It was amazing.
Yes.
For Japan, it was like, for $20, you got like a bowl of rice, some greens, and a pretty decent sized steak, which is it was pretty cheap for steak in Japan. So I took my friend back for dinner, and what I thought was the steak was actually cow heart.
Ew! I should have said ew.
Surprisingly though, like
despite I know it's good for you, but
well, despite it being not what I expected completely, it was actually surprisingly not bad. So
oh my gosh.
it has a similar flavor that like a normal steak does. The caveat is it's tougher, and
I would imagine.
Yeah, so it's just texture is a little bit different.
Oh, well, but maybe you just tell it, this is a steak. It's not a
heart. Like the it's funny, like when we were actually like looking at the menu, we both saw the heart kanji, and we didn't think anything of it because we're like, oh, it must be like a fancy name. But no, it was definitely cow heart. It wasn't bad. We survived.
Yeah, you're here. You didn't get sick or anything, right?
No.
Yeah, that's a really nice surprise. I gotta explain Japanese a little bit too. なんか友達と料理を頼んだ時に写真が載ってなかったらしくて、文字だけ読んだらしいんですけど、なんか2000円ぐらいで、わ、安いやん、定食みたいな感じみたいな。で、わ、ステーキは安いやんと思って頼んで出てきたら、牛の心臓だったらしいです。ややビビったけど、まあ食べてみたら味は悪くなかったらしいです。こういう。You guys are so brave. I wouldn't eat that. It's just like, oh.
Yeah,
oh
well, kind of whenever we went and got food, a lot of times we would try and find things that were like unique that you wouldn't normally see back here in the States.
Yeah. What was it? Did you like maybe share one or two of them? Like something you just like, ooh, this is something we can laugh at it, eat and laugh at it the rest of our life. We can share the stories.
Yeah. So between that, so there was what is it called? I don't remember the Japanese word for it. Are you familiar with the all you can eat restaurants? Where
食べ放題。
Yeah, 食べ放題。
食べ放題。
Yeah. So
食べ放題のレストラン。
there was a Korean barbecue place.
お、焼肉。うんうんうんうんうん。
Yeah,
焼肉食べ放題。うん。
yeah. So so they give you the full spread. So any meat that was on the menu, so you would
うん。
pay I think it was like 3,500 yen. So like
Yeah, yeah.
$35 to $40.
うん。
You got 90 minutes.
Yeah.
All you can eat.
90分。
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
typical.
And we I there is no way they made any profit on us that day. We had at least
Oh,
15 plates, but
geez.
we tried every single meat, including the cow tongue. Um,
Tongue, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
It was one of those things where like I was like, let's like I'm willing to give this a shot.
Yes.
I have no idea if I'm going to like it or not,
Yep.
and
You gotta try. At least you
yeah,
gotta try once.
yeah. So obviously like you want to come home with the stories of like what are the weird things that you had.
That's it.
So yeah, so cow tongue and cow heart were on that list.
Ah. So you guys ate everything in
Yeah,
the
like
restaurants.
yeah, like at least 15 plates worth,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was so worth it.
Yeah. Isn't it a good deal? I asked my husband, how come you guys don't have it in here? He said, because like, we're gonna just, restaurant's gonna be closed.
Yeah.
They're not gonna make money.
Well, the thing is in Japan they're a little bit more conservative about like I'm not gonna overeat
I
or
know.
anything like that. Where here, when you tell somebody they're allowed to eat as much as they want, they're gonna try and eat as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, of course. You have to accept the offer,
It's a
right?
challenge.
Challenge. It's not a rude, but
Yeah.
in Japan is they kind of like, oh, this is what I give you, and they're just like, oh, no, 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 I'll take just a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind of culture things too, right?
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
if you take like, everything, and then
yeah,
just people thinks, oh my gosh, he's kind of rude.
yeah.
That's that kind of background too,
Mm,
right? Okay, so I'm going to explain this
yeah, yeah.
in a couple seconds in Japanese. 焼肉食べ放題レストランに入った時に3500円とか4000円ぐらいだったらしいんですけど、ほぼそこに書いてある15品とか全部、ほぼすんごい食べたらしいです。多分、レストランのオーナーの人は、あの外人の人たち、いっぱい食べやがって店が潰れちゃうぞみたいな思ってないかもしれないけどむっちゃ食べたみたいです。でもアメリカの人だったら食べ放題だからたくさん食べなきゃねみたいな感じでやっぱこうやって食べるんですよ。これでもアメリカでそういう商売とかやってたら絶対潰れますねそうカナダとかお店絶対無理です。あと all you can drink. Have you ever tried alcohol?
So me personally, I am more than happy to partake in a drink or two, but any more than a drink or two is that's enough for me. I've never been a really big drinker. Whereas there were a couple instances, a couple of work functions where because it was on company dime, everybody went very yeah.
I know. Messy.
people go a little overboard with
very much.
Granted, there was one dinner where we were sitting down. I had I think just one beer. Now, mind you, I had just turned 20.
Okay, 20.
So in Japan, I was able to drink no problem, but technically from a U.S. standpoint, I was not legal yet.
No.
So I only had I think I had 2 beers that evening, and the gal was coming around for like another round of orders, and she asked what I wanted to drink, and she mistook me saying mizu for mitsu.
Okay. Oh, mitsu.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought I was getting water, and she brought back another beer, and I'm like, oh no.
The third one. Here is the third one.
Yeah. So.
Did you drink that one? Anyway?
No. I gave it to one of the guys. I was just like, no, this is a bad idea.
Too much for you. Yeah, like a drinking situation. Well, typically Japanese people, we get drunk quicker than you guys too, right? But it's like a Friday night.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
overboard. And then sometimes my husband saw the guys Friday night in Japan, like guys in a suit, they're just sleeping like a homeless people too, right on the bed. My husband said, if you did the, if you do in North America, he will get robbed.
Yeah. In Japan, nope, no
No?
problems. No problems. That is another thing that like still to this day like baffles me. So it was 11:30 p.m. in the
PM.
evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was coming home. I had made it. It was before last train, but I was walking home and I'm in the middle of Tokyo and I'm walking by, and a little kid starts walking by me.
Okay.
It's 11:30. There's no parents in sight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like maybe 4, maybe 5 years
Yeah.
old, and just middle of Tokyo, just
Yeah.
like not a problem. Like
But if
wow.
it's in States,
Oh
get
yeah,
kidnapped.
yeah. Like it is by far the most like the craziest thing that I saw.
I
Um,
know.
and quite honestly, like there's only one place in Japan that I would say I felt like not safe, and that was
Where was it?
in the evening time in Roppongi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There was I was
I never been to Roppongi, but
yeah, so there was one street that me and a coworker were walking. It was in the evening, and I cannot tell you the number of times where there'd be like this big guy at like in front of a bar trying to get you to come into the bar, and it's like this is not for me, dude.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like
なんていうっけ、客引き. In
yeah,
Japanese, we say 客引き.
yeah,
Roppongi.
yeah,
Those ones sketchy bar.
yeah, super,
And
super.
they'll even take your kidney if you get too drunk.
Well,
You have two, right? So
yeah, a lot of times
I'm
they
just
would like
joking, but
they would try and like entice you like, oh, we've got fancy women here, and it's like,
oh,
oh,
I know.
like really, like come on.
Yeah. あれだね、客引きの六本木の、okay, I'm gonna explain.
Yeah.
日本はすごい平和でびっくりしました。小さい子が夜とか歩いてても大丈夫なんだってすごい、ヒッチコックさんびっくりしたらしいんですけど、一つだけ、ちょっと、うわ、怖っていう場所があったらしいです。それは夜の六本木です。行ったことないからわかんないんですけど、お店の前で客引きの兄ちゃんが、いい子いるよ、兄ちゃんどうかい、いい子いるよって。でも、やばいですよね、そっから入ったら。そうだね。Yeah, I have a question. Hold on. I think that's wrong. Okay. Why is Japan always so safe? Why is Japan so safe? It's safe? What do you think? Like, you was 3 months? You were in
Yeah,
Japan 3
I
months. You
mean,
can maybe compare a little bit too.
so Japan was actually the first country that I had ever visited that wasn't the US.
Okay.
So at least for me, I was actually so the first day that we got there,
Yeah.
I was really fascinated because it was late. We were looking for a hostel that we had scheduled for the first night, and then the second night we were going to be in our apartments. Like we got lost, super lost, and out of nowhere, a gal on a bike just stopped. She looked at us. She's like, "I know no good English. You look lost."
You guys with suitcase and just
Yeah. So like we had now this was a time before smartphones were a big thing. So we had a piece of paper, and we were just going off like a paper map, and she looked at the map and she's like and she literally drug us to the hostel just out of the blue, middle of Tokyo in the evening.
so nice.
One of the like we all looked at each other like if we were in New York right now, this would never happen. And I don't know what it is about like Japan as a country, but like from a culture standpoint, I feel like if you ever want to get lost somewhere, Japan's the place to get lost because anybody and everybody will help you.
Yeah. Well, especially foreigners,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because we know how we kind of like, oh, hospitality actually.
Mhm.
You know, one time I was at Sharon's from Chicago, one of the movie makers.
Mhm.
I was on her IG live and she's, you know, she asked what is the difference, cultural things. So I sent her one video. It's called Omotenashi, Japanese hospitality.
Mm.
Especially we welcome, I mean, when somebody come from outside,
Mhm.
we have to take care of them
Mm.
with respect, right?
Mm.
So that's what we do. It's naturally built in.
Mm.
Actually, I've done it. When I was in high school, I saw like blonde girl. She's same things. When in high school, it's so many years ago. Oh, no smartphone, nothing. She had a map. She looked around like that. So I was in high school. I could speak a little bit of English. I just like, hello, lost. She just like, station. I don't know. Where's the station?
Yeah.
So I just look at it and then read the paper. I just like, I know where it is. I walked with her, okay, 2 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I tried to have a conversations. And she's from Australia, actually, just walk, you know, she's traveling around. And then you know, she was so appreciated.
Yeah.
She said, you're so nice. I just like, oh, no. Arigatou gozaimasu. So it's kind of like a built-in. My husband and, you know, we took my husband's best friends to Japan too. They were so impressed. It's just like hospitality.
Yeah.
So I don't know why exactly, but it's in the culture things. When somebody comes, right? We always, somebody comes from, say, when you visit my house, this is Japan, we always just give you fresh slippers, right? Or when you go to the restaurants, we'll give you nice hot towels.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a culture things, but, you know, I'm glad, you know, you have a great, how do I say, great impressions, experience in Japan too.
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely one of the few countries that I would be willing to spend a lot more time there.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And my youngest one's in 2 years, because he's going to be 20 years old in 2 years. He wants to go to Japan. He wants to take his childhood friends to Japan too. Yeah. Oh, that'd be so nice. So nice. And then before we let you go, I'm going to explain in Japanese a little bit for my Japanese friend. 大丈夫ですね。What were you talking about? Okay. 日本、ここで、なんか誰か質問で、日本はなんでそんな安全なんですかっていう話で、ヒッチコックさんの日本が安全だなと感じた話をちょっとさっきシェアしてもらったんですよ。そして、それが最初に日本に着いた時に、むっちゃ道に迷ったらしくて、なんかもうユースホステルに泊まろうと思うんだけど、どこに行っていいかわからないって道迷ってたら、なんと、そこに道で突然出会った女性の方が、こう見て、英語は喋れなかったんですけど、そこまで連れて行ってくれたそうです。これがニューヨークだったら僕たちどうなってたかなって、その時すごい思ったそうです。日本の外から来た方とか困ってる方に、おもてなしの心が私たちの、文化には入っていると思います。なんかその話を聞いて、すごいちょっと、I'm proud to be Japanese. 日本人であることに誇りを思いました。いいですか？だから外国人の方とかね、いろんな方が迷ってたら、皆さん手を貸しましょう。はい、ということです。Okay, thank you so much. And like, would you want to say something in Japanese before we go? I know this question is kind of hard. Okay. One more question, quick. Okay, it's easier. Okay, what kind of okay, so when you go walk into convenience store. Right? What kind of drink? Okay, you always tend to buy. You like to buy. What is your favorite?
One of two. because it depends. It depends on the time of day and depends on the temperature outside. The first one is Boss Coffee.
Boss coffee. Yes.
So there's just something about Boss Coffee, like milk
Canned
coffee.
coffee?
Yeah, the can. Oh, it's so good. The other is CC Lemon.
You know what? I was gonna say CC Lemon. That's my husband and kids' favorite.
It is.
Every time. Convenience store. 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson, CC Lemon.
Yeah. CC Lemon. Oh my gosh, so good.
It's so good. Yeah.
There's something about it. It was definitely my go-to drink at any like convenience store or even some of the vending machines around
vending
Tokyo.
machines. Yeah.
Yeah, they're always in the vending machine. Yeah.
Yeah. So you choose Suntory. I think it's Suntory
Yes.
Boss, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
it Tommy Lee? Tommy Lee.
It's the Men in Black guy.
Yeah. Tommy Lee something.
Yeah.
I forgot. He's on the commercial.
It's not Will Smith. It's the other one.
No, the other one. You know what? Every time my husband walk by the vending machine, he always says Suntory Boss. I get tired of listening it. Like, okay, that's enough.
Angela wants to know what CC Lemon is.
What CC Lemon is? It's like a vitamin C. It's a
So
drink.
think of it like soda pop meets lemon.
Kind of. Yes.
So like
It's like
it's a fizzy lemon drink is how I would describe it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably pretty comparable to what is it in Italy? In Italy, Italy has like a fizzy mineral water lemon common. I don't remember what it's.
Yeah, that's exactly fizzy, like lemons kind of things too, right? It's not as lemonade infused vitamin C, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Angela says.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's so good. That's everybody's. It's like I got a couple of my friends said, yeah, my husband likes it.
Yeah.
My gosh, I like ice cold sparkling juice. Terry said, okay, iced coffee with hazelnut cream. Oh, that's so good too. Oh my gosh. See, like everybody's getting to jump on the comment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my friends asked, like, you like Coca-Cola?
I mean, like I'll drink a Coke. Do I go out of my way to drink a Coke? Probably not.
No.
If it's my go-to drinks are pretty much coffee and water right now.
Yeah.
Like soda pop is secondary.
Yeah.
Only if I feel like it's truly necessary, but 9 times out of 10 it's not.
Yeah, it depends on the weather. Yeah. Like, ginger ale depends on the weather. I know what you mean. Okay. Oh my gosh. So that's good. Thank you for sharing. And ヒッチコックさん、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
Yeah. 日本の皆さんもちょっとヒッチコックさんが日本で楽しんだことをちょっとシェアして楽しんでいただければよかったと思います。変な日本語。Sorry.
大丈夫。
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so thank you so much. So you're not sure what's going on, but just have fun, That's let's have fun. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Evan's been like poking me for the last like week, like, oh, you should do an IG live with Yuko. I'm like, my Japanese is okay, but it's not that good.
When you say that means do it, right? Evan's really good at pushing.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what Evan is. He tried to get us into scary zone.
Yeah. If it ain't scary, it's not worth doing.
Yep. Okay, so thank you so much, Hitchcock-san, and thank you so much, everyone, to join this live. So we had so much fun. ありがとうございます。
チャオ。
チャオ。じゃあまたね。
じゃあ。
またね。じゃあね。またね。バイバイ。